Welcome to the FABLOW AgriLife podcast, where we promote better living for healthy Texans. Every episode will cover a health or wellness topic, as well as some lifestyle challenges that we face. And we're back. Welcome to the FABLOW AgriLife podcast. We have Jessica. Hi. Nicole.
Hello.
Drew.
Hi.
And of course me, Jocelyn. And June couldn't be here today. But today we're going to talk about Thanksgiving and how to be safe on the roads. Who wants to take it away?
So we're traveling a lot during Thanksgiving holidays, or you always hear that that's one of the big holidays that people travel. So we just want you to be safe. Make sure you're buckling up. Make sure you buckle up. Everybody, even the older ones. So a lot of times, you have grandpa in the car that says, no, I'm not going to buckle up. But, even they have to buckle up because they become a flying object at that point too. And so you don't want that.
I get a visual.
That's just awful. Sorry. No, but that is important. Like, I'm one of those, I get in the car and I'm like, okay, everybody buckle up. And I actually don't move until everybody clicks.
Yes.
And sometimes my teenage sister is a little like, I don't need to buckle up, but it's really important.
Oh, and then that's scary because, she's probably driving and doing the same with her friends and stuff. So you want them. That's my son just started driving, and too, I tell him all the time, like, you better make sure everybody's buckled up before you even start the car. I don't care if it's hot. I know it's hard, though, when you're a teenager and it's kind of that peer pressure, like you think you're too cool. But really, they become a flying object. There's so many stories of all the kids are buckled but one. They get into a wreck and that person bounced off every head and killed everybody in that car. And so only because that one person. So how would you feel if anybody, if you did live, what if you were the one that lived? I mean, you flew, I don't know. It's just it's crazy. Just be careful. And actually, in 2018, more than 43% of those killed in traffic crashes were reported unrestrained. That's a lot. Almost 50% unrestrained. When we know it's the law, we know we know we have to be safe.
But even when buckling up, a common thing I've seen, and I always have to correct it when I catch it, even my mom, are you listening? She'll put it under her arm.
Yes.
And I was like, fix that.
Yes, that is another really big deal because in the lap belts, not only where their shoulder is, but your lap belts, because a lot of times kids can fly under it and it ends up messing up all your soft tissue instead of it being on your hip bones where it should be. So yes, I'm no longer fun to ride in the car with because I'm like, you're not sitting right. Fix your seatbelt. No, get up. Is your seatbelt on right? Is your seatbelt on right?
This car is not moving until everybody has their seatbelt on.
We make Drew the driver so she doesn't see us. No, we buckle if we're scared of her.
Think properly.
Thank you. No, but it is something that, you hear all those stories about, they didn't have the shoulder belt on, and so it's put behind them. And so you actually, if you're in a crash, think about it, you become like a close, you snap shut. You're basically touching your toes, and maybe you couldn't touch your toes. Right? Yes, like a binder, a book.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and that's, if it's on all your soft tissues, then,
I'm a visual person.
all of a sudden you don't have control of your bladder anymore because you squished it.
Yeah, I also want to go back. You said before you start your car to buckle in. I will admit I'm pretty guilty at when I'm reversing or while I'll buckle. So don't be me. Be better.
I know. I do the same thing, and especially now every car beeps somebody doesn't have it on because it's like beep, beep, beep.
Right?
Or,
My biggest problem with that, my friends, you be listening, buckle. I don't want to hear the beeping.
Yes. Yeah, it's a pet peeve where I'll unbuckle it as I'm driving into my driveway, and then it starts beeping. I'm like, jeez, just stop.
Mm-hmm. But just do it. Be safe. What was our excuse? Arrive alive.
Yeah.
Not excuse, our saying.
Arrive alive. That's like the text dot saying. It's on the big billboards now.
I just think it's funny. But a good one.
It has been there saying for a while.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw it come back because I saw it on the big, those big.
Because she was not distracted. She was a good driver.
Actually,
that day.
I was reading signs.
Oh.
So seriously, shout out to TextDot, whoever comes up with their holiday themes, because the Halloween one was epic.
What was it?
It was
Oh. Thank you for sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
We put her on the spot.
She's going to Google it now, but it was funny.
All right, guys, she's Googling that. Before you go onto your Thanksgiving trip, just make sure you're doing a few things. Prepare. Make sure your tires are in good condition. If you don't really know where you're going, get your GPS device going. Make sure all your passengers are obviously buckled up correctly, like we're talking about. Turn it off and stow it. Please don't take photos as you're going down the road of that weird car that looks cool or something.
And that used to be a thing, right, on Snapchat, because you can see the speed limit when on that filter. Didn't they take it away?
I'm not sure.
I remember it used to be that, but don't do it.
So don't text and drive, read your emails, stuff like that. Pull over if you need to make a call or something. Now it's great because we do have, Bluetooth hands-free and stuff. But still, even that can be a distraction.
Be careful.
Be careful. Secure your pets. I know ours just rides in there, but it really should be secured because, again, that's another distraction for you. And mind the kids. Pull over a safe place. Don't make me pull over. Kind of thing, and then pull over.
But you do.
So basically focus on driving while you're at the wheel. And this is not only for Thanksgiving, but it's everywhere we go when we're going to work or going to the grocery store.
Every time you get in your car, pretty much.
And at Thanksgiving, sometimes we have indulge in a little adult beverages. Just make sure you have a designated driver for that too.
Mm-hmm. Or sleep at the sofa on your family's couch.
Right. If you're going to have too much fun, stay there.
Yeah. Going back to the prepare with the GPS device, a lot of people use their phones, so just make sure you secure your phone on one of those grippy thingies, because otherwise it's going to be a big distraction and they can pull you over for thinking you're texting and driving.
Oh, so. I didn't know this, but I found out, so mine doesn't have one of those grippy things, and
but you can buy one.
I know, my Bluetooth isn't working either, so I just usually put it in my lap, like it will be in my lap.
That's
actually against the law.
Yes.
It's against the law. If you're in a hands-free area, and if I'm on speaker, if it's in my lap, it's against the law. It has to be away from me. I didn't know that. It has to be in one of those things for your hands-free cities or towns or whatever.
You also can't put your phone. I used to have my GPS on like the middle of my windshield, like not in front of my, like in the middle of the car windshield, not in front of mine. But I got pulled over and got a warning because you can't do it that high. It has to be low.
No.
I forgot what city was it. That it was one of the cities where they pull you over all the time for a ticket. Probably. And and he was really rude about it. I was like, I'm sorry, I'll just move it lower. Yeah, so be careful with that one. And then
also, if you get drowsy when driving, pull over in a safe spot, take a power nap, or switch drivers. Like me, I travel long distances to see family for Thanksgiving, and so my husband and I, we always flip-flop just to make sure that we're both pretty awake while we're driving.
Yes, and try to keep your driver awake. If you're the passenger, I know sometimes we get tired. If you're not switching, make sure you're staying awake so you can keep them awake, have a good conversation, make sure they can pull over, get a Coke, get an ice water, something like that, a coffee, whatever your wake me up is.
And stay in a secure place. I'll never forget. So I was driving back for my internship to college because I was going to graduate. My mom was no help. She did not keep me up. She fell asleep. But I decided we were going to take a nap because I was already done for it. But we stayed at a gas station that was really popular. And then I told my mom about it. So we locked ourselves in and took a nap. But let your person know and then always stop where you feel safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and make sure you're filling up with gas. A lot of times the stretches between one town to another might not be. So if you're going, say, from Weslaco to Falfurrias, you should probably make sure you have gas.
My gosh, that was a story.
So you're not having that problem or getting nervous about it.
Or honking at people to move. That happened to us. We're like, no, we need to go to a gas station. But we made it. We turned off the air condition so it would make it longer. Don't do that. Be better.
They coasted in.
Be better. Did you find the saying, Nicole? She's still Googling.
It was something like lay off the witch's brew, arrive alive, something like that. But it was pretty clever. Cute. I'm sure the Thanksgiving one is out now. It's like gobble gobble.
They do have cute sayings.
They do have cute sayings.
Yeah, so I want to know.
Just go to their Facebook page.
To do that.
Marketing. Marketing.
They are pretty creative.
They used to be really lame, and now they're awesome.
Wow. I
But
hope
we still love you. We still love you. Maybe it's a new person. They could have cut them. them and then hire someone new. We still love you. Any final thoughts for Thanksgiving and being safe on the road?
Just think about what you're thankful for too. You know, it's not all about, of course we all want to reflect on the year and what we're thankful for. So what are y'all thankful for?
Family.
Family.
I was going to say my health, but I'm sick. So much for that. My friends and family.
Friends and family.
Nicole?
I'm trying to think of something besides friends and family because I'm always thankful for them.
Okay, I'm thankful for, I'll make a new one, my dog.
Really?
Isn't that part of friends and family?
No, he's my child. Oh, wait, that is family. Oh.
You think about that. So the Thanksgiving one is gobble gobble, go easy on the throttle.
Oh.
Feast your eyes on the road, drive safely. That is clever.
That is clever.
I like that.
I like this one. I
Signs.
don't know if this was text dot or extension. Buckling up could save your giblets.
Full house, you too.
I'm not,
I know why you're laughing.
I love it 'cause I'm not that creative, so stuff like that just it's great.
So we all assume that everybody is, well, I guess we shouldn't assume anything, but we are grateful for our friends and family. So, okay, so think outside the box. What else are you thankful for?
Our podcast. Oh, that was a new one.
I
You're
was gonna
welcome.
say y'all, you know.
Oh,
you're always
I
so
thought we
very
were friends.
Oh. Yeah, Nicole. We need to think of a list and write one.
I'm
We're
thankful
gonna talk
for my
about
job.
this later.
I was gonna
that
say
was a good one.
I am thankful for my
I
job.
didn't want to seem too like I don't know cliche, but
Well,
yes, I do
you know,
really enjoy my
yeah,
job. So,
yeah.
and this is part of it, getting to spend time with my friends.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Now we know how she feels, though.
We're not friends.
We're coworkers now.
Oh my God. We're kidding. We love everybody. But stay safe for Thanksgiving. Be safe on the roads. Be mindful of what you eat. And keep listening to our podcast.
But enjoy.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Be mindful.
Just breathe. Stay sweet.
And stay fab.
You've been fablowed.